It all happened so quickly, dust everywhere. He's on the wrong side of the road.
I think had potential fatality. I couldn't believe that the van had actually rolled over.
We're Ian and Debbie. We're from Boyne Island and we're here today to pick up our new Zone Peregrine. We'd actually caught up with my youngest son and his family. They were doing a lap of Australia. Decided that we'd like a bit of adventure and we'd do the Tanami Track and the Plenty Highway to get back to Queensland.
We'd found a sweet spot of about 70 kilometres an hour. The Zone was handling that fine on the corrugations. A car came round the bend. I estimate he was doing probably at least 100 kilometres an hour. I had about 2 seconds to react and swerve to the right and then started to lose control of the van. Swerve to the left, try to bring it back under control, again swerves to the right.
We stopped and jerked a little bit and Ian sort of said our van's on the side.
We survived, and having the D035 hitch on the van, which allows the van to rotate through the hitch, that allowed the car to stay upright. And that played a large part, I think, in minimising the damage to the vehicle. It
was decided quickly that we would winch it over.
I was concerned about the 3 tonne plus of weight on the 2 wheels when we winched it back over. And I even made mention to one of the chaps that was helping us that he said, "That's Cruisemaster suspension, mate." He said, "This was made for." He said, "It won't hurt it," and sure enough, it wasn't the slightest bit damaged or bent or anything. And yet at one stage it would have been supporting all the weight of that van on just one side of the suspension.
While it was on its side, we had no idea what it looked like inside. The fridge had come undone, a couple of the cupboards had broken, the bed had lifted up and things had come out. We did have a dozen bottles of wine under the bed and not one broke.
But internally it survived incredibly well. When we got to Alice Springs, we spent about 3 days, 2.5 days, taping up the damage to make it watertight. Because the van itself had survived really well externally, apart from the front corner where it had hit the road. We taped it all up properly and we're quite confident to continue our travels, and we did over the next week, didn't we? We just continued to use the van and slowly made our way home.
And then after that we actually travelled to the Gold Coast, Brisbane, Sunny Coast for repairers to look at the van.
We had no plans on changing the base. It was a good van, it did everything we needed. We had some warranty issues initially, but again, another reason we come back to Zone is all those issues were dealt with without question, and wherever possible, the issues were actually improved, not just repaired. So that was a really big selling point for us. Once we got over the initial shock, we started to think, okay, do we need another van? And we decided we still had a lot of places on our bucket list, and that's when we started thinking about replacements. And I did some comparisons with other van manufacturers, and although I'll be quite honest, the Zone's not a cheap van, but when you look at what you got for money and compared it with other vans that on the surface looked well made but cheaper, actually then when you started optioning them up, the Zone price started to become very favourable. And yeah, we're confident we can take this one the same place as we took the base. And we've never decided not to do a track or a road because we didn't think the van could stand it. Zone manufacture their own chassis, so the chassis were very strong but lighter than some, and the fact that they built their own composite panels as well. It was a total in-house production, which was another reason we liked, because it was all Australian built.
We'd like to do the Gibb River Road, Western Australia, Tasmania,
Victorian High Country,
New South Wales,